Hello,
Hi,
everybody.
everybody. Today is the 105th birthday of Frank Sinatra. And as fellow saloon singers, we revere him for his musicianship as well as his amazing way with a lyric. And we'd also love to tell you some funny stories about Sinatra, but the truth is, he didn't really do funny.
What can you say about a guy whose welcome mat said, "You better have a damn good reason for ringing this bell"? Or a guy who holds a grudge so long that he dedicates a song at Carnegie Hall to the long dead and despised Louis B. Mayer by pounding his foot on the floor of the stage and saying, "Are you listening, Louis?"
And what about a guy whose career goes into a terrible slump? He paws his way out of it, gets nominated for an Oscar, and on the evening of the Academy Awards goes to his ex-wife's house for a home-cooked Italian meal with the kids, takes 10-year-old Frank Jr. and 13-year-old Nancy Jr. with him to the ceremony as his dates. He wins the Oscar, and instead of going off to a big glitzy party or even out with a bunch of friends for drinks, takes the kids home and then wanders the empty streets of LA alone with his Oscar.
We think of him as the ultimate swinger on and off stage, but of course he was a peerless ballad singer as well. So here are two take-out torch tunes from the Red Wall Saloon.
I hear him now as I toss and turn and try to sleep. I hear him now making promises he'll never keep. I could have told you he'd hurt you, he'd love you a while, then desert you. If only you'd asked, I could have told you so. I could have saved you some crying. Yes, I could have told you he's lying, but you were in love. You didn't want to know. I hear him now as I toss and turn and try to sleep. I hear him now making promises he'll never keep. As soon as over, done with, he'll find someone new to have fun with. If only you'd asked, I could have told you so. Through all of my tears, I could have told you so.
When the sun is high in the afternoon sky, you can always find something to do. But from dusk till dawn, as the clock ticks on, something happens to you. In the wee small hours of the morning, when the whole wide world is fast asleep, you lie lie awake and think about the girl and never ever think of counting sheep. When your lonely heart has learned its lesson, you'd be hers if only she would call in the wee small hours of the morning. That's the time you miss her most of all. In the wee small hours of the morning, that's the time you miss her most of all.
We miss you most of all.